It's a pleasure to have you in here, Madonna, about a month after your exhibition has opened to the public, which is Madonna Staunton Out of a Clear Blue Sky.
Yes, well, so many things happened out of a clear blue sky that I didn't even make it to the opening.
No,
but,
unfortunately. But you're here now and you've seen the show and you've had some time to reflect. This exhibition is 50 years of work brought together. How does it feel?
There are all so many interesting discoveries that you make along the way, because you're really not painting for or doing any of these things for an audience. I think you really do them, you know, sort of for some inner impulse. Well, I think we operate on different levels. We operate on the level where we go into a gallery, we'll see something that attracts us, or we might be out in the countryside. I mean, what is beautiful about the seaside, you know, with the sea and the cliffs or whatever it might be, we don't try to analyse nature when we sort of see a beautiful landscape.
It's more of an emotive response.
Yes. I think it's the artist or the scientist or whatever it may be, the musician or whatever, who is driven to analyse what's giving that response when you look at something that, you know, like a painting or a landscape or whatever it might be. Whereas the most of us trot to work, poor darlings, they trot home again, but people don't, the average man is not, I think, or woman, is not motivated to say, now why? Why is this so, this, that and the other? To the expectation of finding some secret about nature or art or whatever it is. And it's like somebody learning a musical instrument. They're not going to be happy with sort of going plunk, plunk, plunk and making funny noises. They're going to want to refine their technique and whatever it might be.
Are you able to talk a little bit about your mother's influence?
Well, my mother had her art practice in the sense that it was her poetry. I think I inherited that bit up and down mood disorder, for want of a better term, from her, because I can remember her coming to me and reading me a poem, and she said, "Oh, Donna, I thought I'd never write a poem again," you know. And I think the creative life, as far as I've experienced, is very full of insecurities and potholes and all the things that want to trip you up. She had a similar experience to me, really, because until she got to the point where she was writing really first class, I say first class, but poetry that was being published, then I could see that was giving her psyche weight and confidence. It was a comfort, not in any superficial sense, but it was a balm, to use that old-fashioned word, where the spirit could be nurtured and grow. You know, people over the years have been positive in their encouragement of what I've been doing. Other times, I mean, it's like everything else, you know. Life is just you could say, is a succession of potholes, and you fall in and you scramble out again. All I know is when I'm working, I know when things are starting to gel, where the positives are becoming more important than the negatives. It's telling me that I need to put this here and put that there, and I need this colour, and etc., etc. I mean, when I look at these reproductions, I just see a huge puzzle, and you sort of just worked away at that, solving that puzzle. When you sort of satisfied to the point where you feel a certain amount of contentment with what you achieved, well, it's such an enormous gift. You just have to sort of go with it, and then you don't bother about the depth of the pothole anymore. You just keep going.